Just so everybody knows, is a while back I started going live on YouTube to save the these trainings, because before what would happen is I had to do a Zoom backup, which I ran out of space actually. It's kind of funny. I ran out of data for my Zoom, and I think my computer was actually getting overloaded with Zoom videos that I've saved for the last like 10 years on Zoom. That's a lot of data. And so I made the switch now to YouTube. And what's nice about YouTube is I use their host, and then it just saves it there. So anybody wants to come back on and watch it, you can share this. You can watch it at a later time. So now I don't even care. Like as far as Zoom, what the problem is like if I'm going live on Zoom, if I don't upload it, then what happens is people don't ever get a chance to see it. So I was getting in a position where I was like, man, I didn't have time to go in and edit it and upload it. So now what's cool is that, even if nobody comes on the morning Zoom, it's okay because I'm getting a lot of people watching it. So some of you are watching it maybe, tomorrow or the next day or whatever, but as long as you're getting the information, that's all that I really cared about. So that's why we made the transition. For those of you who didn't know that, that's why we did it. But anyways, here we are. We're live on Zoom. I start in exactly 1 minute. Welcome everybody who's watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching online or it doesn't matter. However you're however you're watching, it's good to have you here. All right, let me just take a look here and see what I got going on. Now we have this new leader in Valara, Tony Solis. They brought him in from, I think, Mary Kay or something like that. Who's going to be helping. I just got an email from him that he wants to talk. So that's good. Whenever you have leadership in the company that's wanting to reach out to the Platinum Fives to get input, that's huge because most companies don't care what people want to do or what they say. So one thing I love about Valar is that they keep their hand on the pulse. They're constantly evolving and changing to get better. And so that's good. So if you're brand new to the company, just so you know, I've been involved in, first of all, my name is Marc Alfano. I work alongside my wife, Christina, and our son, Gianni, who actually is involved in the business. And he's got his own account and makes his own sales and stuff like that. And then we are Platinum Fives in the company, which is the highest level that you can to get. We did it pretty quickly. Nothing to do with us personally though, because Platinum 5 is a rank that you can't do unless you're willing to build a big team. And so for us, we believe in sewing into the people below us and setting up platforms to help everyone. My philosophy on how to build a business, it's different because I've been involved in network marketing since I was in my 20s. And what I realize is that if you want a residual income, which is what I strive for. I don't want to have to work for my money. I'd rather have residual. Then you have to help as many people get what they want. And so when you can help people to achieve their goal in this business is to go gold or platinum or whatever, then you'll get what you want in the long haul. If you just do it for yourself, then you're going to create a job for yourself, which is something that I never wanted to do in the business. So I do is I teach this. I say if you want your weekly pay will is just showing a sign of what are you personally doing on a weekly basis, but your monthly pay is showing the strength of your team. So let's say you're in a situation where all you're making is weekly pay with Valara. That's good because you're putting in fresh people all the time. But if you're not getting a monthly pay, then you haven't really built a big solid team. Okay, so let's say you've been in the business for a few years and you had a team and your team isn't what it used to be or whatever, then that means that now it's time to switch gears and go back to first level sponsoring again. Okay, so you first level until you get a team that's willing to build, then you work that team, you drive depth into that team, and then if that team doesn't produce fruit, then you add new people. And that's just a great way to build a business. That's the way I teach it. Other people do things other ways. That's perfectly fine. That's how they've chosen to do business, but that's not how I do it. And as a result, we made Platinum 5 and we have a very strong team. I'm going to keep this call at 30 minutes. I like that time frame. Last time I used to go an hour, but I think I'd lose people after a while. But anyways, it is what it is. So let me get into, I'm trying to find my Amazon account because I want to share with you what I'm going to talk about today. So I actually, Mike Jackson had talked about an air quality detector or an air quality meter that you could buy. I think it was like $500 or something like that. And I don't know where he got them from, but whatever. So I started doing some research, and I said, look, I'm not going to spend $500 for an air quality detector. So I wanted to find an alternative that was affordable. So what I did was I went on Amazon and I looked around, and the one that I found is actually, which I can post the link to Signal, and I've already done that, but it's called its brand is MXY. It's an air quality monitor, professional and accurate. It has CO2, TVOCs, which are your VOCs, the HCHO, which is humidity, time, temperature, particulate counter for home, office, schools, hotels, cars. Really nice product. And it's funny is that in one of the pictures, I have to see if I don't know if this will show up. Look, if you look at this picture, it looks like the same picture that Valari uses for some of their ads with that little table and couch. It says 24-hour monitoring of air quality to keep the air fresh. So this doesn't actually freshen your air, it just lets you know what's going on. It has excellent performance chip, outstanding accuracy, long service life, output efficiency, energy saving. It's a non-spectral infrared, absorbs principal sensor, and a multi-angle cooling. So whatever that is. It says built-in large capability rechargeable battery. Has safety. Hey, I gotta mute you there. Let me show you. So, anyways, it has a safety feature. Let me see. It says so on this thing, I'm gonna actually fire mine up. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I gotta hold it just like I'm getting some. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn mine on. So there it goes. Now, the first thing that's gonna happen on this is an air quality meter. Is it's gonna do a countdown from like 120. So it takes about 2 minutes for it to start reading. What's nice about this is it's actually rechargeable. So once it's charged up, you can take it with you. The plan for a device like this is, I don't want to always have to go into a building and do a Petri dish test because that takes a few days. What this is going to give is a quick look at kind of what is going on in the air in the building. Now, obviously, the house that I'm in, I have my machines. You don't need to stare at that, but I do have right next to me. I have a Valora Air Service Pro running, so I don't get negative feedback, but I will show you like once it starts, because as soon as it kicks on, it'll show you that everything's in the red usually, and then it'll start to drop down in. Now, what's cool about this? Remember, Mike has them for $500, $43. Okay, so $43 on Amazon. It's actually 12% off right now. I think that you can get it, I don't know, because of Black Friday or whatever. There's some coupons. Delivers very quickly, and we've already got people on our team using them. And what's cool is the one guy, he Jose, out in California, he actually put it in his house, and his wife had doTERRA diffusers running. And she said the CO2 level was through the roof in the house. So he put the Air Service Pro on, went over and he watched it drop. And he told his wife, like, man, we need to get rid of these diffusers because they're causing all kind of problems. And now, I was just in a college in helping a guy with a deal. And in the college, every room had at least 4 of those Glade plug-in things. And if you've ever been around those Glade plugins, they're so powerful. Okay, so here we go. So it's starting. Let's see if I can get this to okay, so you can see the counts. See how it says air quality is poor, the CO2 is poor, and the TVOCs are okay. The particulate and the humidity, all that stuff it says poor because it just fired up. So it's going to do a reading. It's going to bring everything down into alignment. Once it does, I'll show it to you because it's still kind of getting an idea of what the air quality is. And all right, now it's starting to drop into levels are okay. My TVOCs just went to good. My CO2 is still high, maybe because I'm breathing all over it, but we'll just let it go for a minute because of the ppms. So what he did with it then is you take like a perfume bottle, for example. Let's say you're doing a trade show. You spray the perfume bottle in front of it. You show that it spikes the CO2. It spikes on the TVOCs. It goes, everything goes out of range. Then you set it up on top of your Air and Surface Pro for a little bit, and you're going to watch as everything starts to come back into alignment. And you can see that's happening with mine right now. Let me see if I get this thing right. See, that's the problem with these stupid cameras. So because I got a background on, I got to hold it like on an angle. But you can see right there how, oh, dang it, how it's starting to come back down. Now look, these two on the bottom are reading good. See, they're in the green and they're dropping. 320, 314, 313. My CO2 is dropping. See, it's 945, 944, 947, 945, 944, 947. So let that go. It'll eventually drop all the way down in the green. If not, I have to clean my machine, make sure my cells are working. But anyways, that's a really cool feature that you can use, and it's affordable. So for the 40 some dollars, there it goes. Everything just dropped into the good level, which I figured it would. So like, let's say you're traveling, you go into your hotel room. Like we just stayed in a hotel, but it was just totally renovated, and the air check clean. I still ran my machine. Dang it! This thing is not. There it goes. Gotta go like super duper slow. There we go. But you can get the idea. All right, so it's all in the green. My CO2 is at 640. My VOCs are down into the hundreds now. So it's like, there it goes. So it's like really starting to come in. Take a look at that. It's 80 degrees. Guess it's hot in here in my office. 82 degrees. Must be picking up my body temperature. So anyways, take it out with you, use it at your trade shows, use it at events, set appointments with people. Say, look, I'd like to do a quick air quality test, especially if you have allergies, if you think they're suspect for mold and things like that. Now, this is not going to pick up things like mold and mildew. And this is just basically your particulate count, your VOC count, your humidity, all that kind of stuff. Like right now I'm running, I think 60% humidity, but it's still saying it's 80 degrees and 82 degrees, which I could be true because I keep my air at 74, and this is in my office with windows and stuff. So it could be a little warmer in here. I don't notice it. But anyway, so how do you use it? So what people are doing is they're setting appointments. Hey, I can do a free air quality test for you. Come in, put up the machine, test it. Now, if the person is suspect for mold, what this is going to do is this is going to open up a door for you to now go in and do a Petri dish test. So like, okay, I've done your air quality test, your VOCs are high, your CO2 is high. If you'd like, I can do a Petri dish test now to check for black mold, mildew, stuff like that. Or what we could do is we could run an Air and Service Pro in your place, run it for 24 hours. I come back and retest it and see how your readings come out. And actually, you don't even need 24 hours. You can do it like in 2 hours. 2 minutes in surfaces, or 60 seconds in the air, 2 minutes on surfaces. So in reality, while you're talking to the person, you could turn on your machine. You could turn it on. You can see everything's red, everything's out of whack. Put the machine on, let your device sit there, and then all of a sudden everything comes down into the green, which is what's happening on mine. Because obviously when I first clicked it on, it's like it has to fire up and has to get true readings, and all of a sudden it realizes that, wait a minute, the air in this room is actually really good. And the reason why the air in my house is so good is because I actually have I have an XL unit running in my first level, and my second level I have it's a plus unit running. But I don't put the ozone on. I just keep the one cell. And do I need to have two in my house? No. But when you own the product, you might as well use it, right? So, and then in the hotel we stayed in, we had a mobile unit, which is really good. For that size of a space. Actually the hotel room we had was like, it was just like a, one bedroom. But then it had like a little couch area and stuff like that. But that one little unit is good enough to cover that space. So, you don't need to bring a big Air and Surface Pro on the road with you. but you can still get a good accurate reading of what you got just by getting one of these air meters. All right. So I recommend this is state of the art. I mean, this is the future. We should have had these things a long time ago. And I don't know what Mike has that's $500 and what it does completely. If it could be the exact same technology, but he just didn't find a really good deal on it. So 40 some dollars, go online, pick yourself up one. But the thing is like any tool in the business is, unless you're willing to use it, it's not going to work. So you could have the greatest air quality detector on the planet. If you're not actually, offering to test the quality of someone's house, like I should have brought this to my cousin's house the other day because he was having issues with his breathing and they don't have my product. You know how family is, right? Um, but I should have brought one over there and just say, let me just run this while we're here to see how bad your air is. And then if the air is bad, then maybe I can have a solution to your problem. But these are things that we need to be doing to take the tools that we have and bring them out. Right now, what I want to go over with you, because I have 15 more minutes, is I want to go over the best way to start somebody in the business right now in 2023 going into 2024. Look, if you think that the greatest days of this company are behind it, you're totally wrong. And exactly, it's the opposite. I always tell people this is when we first started in the business, there was a really like a feeding frenzy. It was like there was blood in the water and all the sharks come out and everybody wants to be involved. Nobody has a clear-cut plan on what they're doing, but everybody wanted to get in. So yeah, we had a good, a couple of years of just, growth. But the real business right now is just getting started. I mean, the real opportunity in Bilar, if you're looking to make extra money, today is your day. Because what happens in the course of a business like this is when you have a spike, everybody who's anybody is going to jump into it. Everybody is. And whether they're, and they're going to clog up, they're basically going to clog up the path for you because they're going to book every trade show. They're going to book, they're going to like dominate everything, right? But once that smoke clears, the ones who come out on the other side who are still saying, okay, I'm going to do this with consistent, persistent effort over time, those are the ones who are going to be the most successful in the business in the long run, right? So you can have the fireworks, right, who go up and explode and it looks great and all that stuff. And I made platinum, whatever. And then they fizzle out. Or you can have that consistent, persistent log on the fire burning people on your team that are never going to quit, never going to give up, never going to go away, and are continuously putting fresh wood on the fire and then stoking the fire from underneath. And that's really the number one key to success in direct sales network marketing is not the fast burn. You could front level 40,000 people in the business and have momentum and excitement for yourself. But when you start to build depth in your team, you start to reinforce it. It's like taking oxygen and blowing it on the fire and then building and stoking the fire from the bottom up. And that's what creates a nice long burn. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be a here today, gone tomorrow. Because if you do here today, gone tomorrow type of business, you have to keep it going. You have to physically keep that lifted up all the time. Now, look, when you first start in a business, you got to run. Believe me, you got to run. That's why anytime I join any business, that if I vet a business and I join it, or if I get involved with anything, you have to run. Like you've got to say, I'm going flat out. I'm running for, I called it the 90-day blitz. Some people like to borrow my terminology or whatever, but go for it. Do your 90-day blitz. Get in, run, do 90 days. And then, but if you build it right during those first 90 days, it should be sustainable for a long, 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 long time. Just like any good, well-built fire, once you get the heat up, once the temperature is really rolling, then it's just a matter of feeding the fire. So how do you build in 2023 going into 2024? What's the best way to get somebody started in your business today? If you went back a year ago, I would say, oh, they need to join with tech. They need to join risk-free. Like we had to kind of determine, where are you at? Are you a technology person? Or are you a risk-free person? If you're completely broke, but you have a ton of desire, go risk-free, build a business, and then invest back into your business, right? If you had the funds and the capability, then the number one, hands down, the best way to join the business is with technology, with a pro pack. Okay. I'm not a 5-pack pusher. I don't like to push the 5-pack. To me, I think it puts sales pressure onto people. I personally do not like to do that. I did it a few times. I don't like it. My negatives on a 5-pack is this: not everybody can sell. All right. So they feel a pressure to buy 5, then they're stuck with 5. Now you got 5 machines in your garage, your wife's yelling at you. Why did you join that business? Why do you have 5 machines? Are you ever going to sell those 5 machines? And then you get desperate. When you're desperate in sales, people notice it. So they're not going to come. They stay away from you. Oh my gosh, this guy's so desperate. When you could care less if you make a sale or you don't make a sale, that's when the sales come easy. That's why, like at a trade show, the faster I can break the ice with a sale, the easier the sales come. If I have a 10-day show and I haven't made a sale in 8 days, believe me, it gets very difficult because your pressure level gets so high that literally you don't like something comes over you. But if I make 2-3 sales on day one, the pressure comes off. Who cares? My show's paid for. I've made a few sales. Let's just have fun with the rest of the show, right? So when you do a pro pack, you won straight out of the gate. Number one reason why: you have 2 air, you have a water, you have a laundry. Okay, and I'm going to go into the best way to join here in a second, but you have 2 air, water, and a laundry, and you have $75 to spend on nutrition. If you quit tomorrow, which let's just face it, is network marketing. 99% of people will come in and quit. I mean, it's like, and I teach this in trainings all the time. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not a negative person. I'm a realistic person. I've been in this industry since I was 20 years old, 19 years old, and actually before that, because my mom was doing it whenever I was 8 years old. So 40 years of 38 years of my life have been around this industry. So I'm a realist. I understand how it works, right? So I'm not being negative, but what I will tell you is people are lazy in general and they quit. That's just the nature of life. It's the nature of the business. Any business you get involved in, people are going to quit. Would you rather have somebody join your business on a 5-pack and quit, and then like literally like be angry with you for forever, right? Calling you need to buy these 5 machines back, blah, 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 blah. I'm stuck with this. I spent all this money. Because believe me, I've joined businesses where I'm locked in, where I spend, oh my God, I got to spend $200 a month for a long time to ever get out from underneath this deal. And it does create resentment with you and the person who brings you in the business, right? Because they made a bunch of money, but you didn't. But I love the Pro Pack because they just beat me. And I tell people that all the time. You just beat me. So you bought $7,000 worth of equipment off of me for $2,600 and you're using it all. So you won. Done deal. If you quit tomorrow, if it's all you ever did, if all you do is join my business, get a Pro Pack, and then quit, you're a winner. Now, if you take one of your air machines, let's say you get 2 XLs, water and a laundry. If you took just one and sold it for $14.99, now you're starting to win. Okay. Or if you take one of those air machines and you demo it with that air quality tester. So now I'm going into people's homes and taking my air quality tester. I'm using my XL as a sales tool, right? And I start to sell multiples of those machines, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm really a winner. Now let's say I start signing people under me on a Pro Pack. Then the win level just went through the roof. Okay, so why is the Pro Pack the number one way to join the business? Hands down, whether it's 2020, 2022, 2023, 2027, to me, forget about the 5-pack, forget about the 3-pack, because it's narrow-minded, it's narrow focused on just air. This company has so much more to offer than air. Air, water, laundry, nutrition, electric, right? There's one product that I've never sold, and that's Steady Power. Never ever sold one. I have people on my team sell them. And you know why I haven't sold it? Because I don't use it. I need to hire an electrician to come over here. I need to buy one. I need to get it hooked up in my house. I need to have before and after electric bills so that I can literally show people. And until that happens, I will probably never sell a Steady Power. Okay, why? Because I'm not a product of that product. But guess what? I'm a product of the air, and I sell it. I'm a product of water and laundry, and I sell it. I could almost guarantee you there's been a time in this company's history where Christina and I's team was the number one selling team for things like water and laundry, because we didn't just focus on air. We focused on the full package, right? So here we are, 2023 is wrapping up. What can you do right now? What's the best way to join the business? What's the best way to start somebody? Is it on tech? Is it on technology? No. Is technology a part of it? Yes. So here's what you do. When somebody joins your business, Number one, you need to sign them on nutrition. Number one, hands down, nutrition. Okay. This is something they've just added. It's the free 1 month nutrition. Why is this the number one way to join the business? Well, first of all, in order to be active in your first 6 months, all you need is a subscription. That's it. The company's giving you their first month free, which means you're active your first full month with $0 out of your pocket. Zero. Okay. So they come in on nutrition. Now, for the next 6 months, they're basically, you're going to lock them in. And what you're going to tell them is, listen, this will keep you active for the next 6 months. So when you sign in, you don't have to worry about putting an order in for the next 6 months. You're going to be covered. The company will automatically debit your debit card, credit your credit card, whatever it is, charge your credit card for $60 a month for the next 6 months. You're going to get essentials for life, unless you want something different. If you want resist, if you want, ketone zones, whatever it is, that's going to come automatically. Now, you can change it, you can adjust it down the road. That's perfectly fine. But by starting them this way, they're hooked. Now, here's the plus side of that. The plus side is once somebody gets on a product and you become a product of the product, you're not going to want to give the product up. That's called the stickiness effect, right? You need a sticky product. And something like Essentials for Life or Ketone Zones can be very, very sticky. Like if I run out of it, well, my wife's like, Mark, we need to order more, and she gives me a list. We got to get all these vitamins. Like, why, we need to buy more vitamins. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. We're out, right? So let me just do a quick number. Look, Ketone Zones, 40 points. Okay. Back in the day when people joined our businesses, there was no obligation. There was no free first month subscription. We never started people on a subscription ever, never, ever, ever. We started them for free, or we started them on tech. Okay. Check this out. Let's just give it round numbers. Let's say we have 2,500 people on our team, which I think it's more than that. So let's say we have 2,500 people on our team times, if everybody got just 40 points, that's 100,000 points a month. 100,000 points a month. I can tell you right now, I'm not doing 100,000 points a month because we never started people like this. So going forward into the future, this is a major game changer. Now look, 100,000, let's say I'm at gold, which I am, times 35% is $35,000 a month. Times 12 months, that's 420,000 a year. So why is nutrition the best way to start somebody? You just heard it. Because if I could go back to 2019, December of 2019, if everybody who joined my business started on just something as simple, and let's just say a half of the people did it, now you're down to $210,000 a year. 210 with half the people on my team coming on to subscribe and save. Why is the company pushing it for free? Because it's that powerful, right? So now, but you're saying, but Mark, you just said Pro Pack's the way to go. That's right, I did. So what you do is the person joins your business on not risk-free, not tech. They join nutrition, they pick whatever it is, and you can coach the person. Look, ask them a few questions. Are you into weight loss? Do you want more energy? Do you want to boost your immune system? Or do you just want an all-purpose, everyday multivitamin? This is them joining your business, right? When they join your business on that way, then the company's going to start drip campaigning them with percentages off of the Air and Service Pro. They're going to give them percentages off the water and laundry. That's great. You can let them wait for that. Or you could say, listen, you're going to get your first month free. Let me help you get your second month free on your nutrition by getting you started on a Pro Pack. So then once they're in, all they have to do is log in, go in their back office, click on bundles and packages. You put orders, new order subscription, bundles and packages, go down to the Pro Pack, and then place the order. So you can do that right there. Boom. The minute the person joins, they come in on nutrition, log in, all their information is already in the back office. The credit card information, the billing information, the shipping information. It's as simple as now clicking buy, adding in the CVV code from the credit card, hitting submit, boom. So now you got them in 6 months on nutrition, and then they're getting the pro pack, they're a product of the product, and that's what builds sustainability in a business like this. That's literally the smartest way to do this business, period. It's not first level and 50,000 people on 5-packs. It's good. It's a quick burn. You want to make long-term residual income. I just gave you a golden nugget, a golden key to setting yourself up for prosperity for many, many years to come. You know why? Because I will never stop using living water, ever. I may quit Valara 5 years from now. Let's say the company does something stupid. I'm like, forget it. I don't want to be involved in this anymore. Who knows? You can't ever predict the stuff like that, right? I pray that it doesn't happen, but let's say it did. You think I'm going to stop using living water after I've had the benefits of it for all these years? I hate even going, like we just went out to Orlando for 3 days. I had to drink bottled water. It's the worst. The way you feel, the way it goes straight through you. I should have just brought my living water and attached it, at the hotel. So anyways, that's the golden nugget for today, really, is how to successfully get somebody started in your business. Take your tools and use them, right? We have a tool right now, free subscribe and save and join. Don't miss out on this. And then if you have people who've been around for a while, you just need to encourage them. Find a reason to reconnect with your person. I call people all the time. I text somebody the other day, and then they get back to me. Oh, Mark, I'm thinking about doing a Christmas show with Valar. That's awesome. But you have to continuously don't forget about the people who joined your business 2 years ago. Don't ever do that. That's literally the worst mistake you can make. Don't forget about the people who were with you from the beginning. That's where the life is, and that's where the residuals are. And that's what's going to build you long-term residual income for many, many years to come. So anyways, it's 11:30. I told you half hour. I'm going to stick to it. Appreciate y'all coming on. Once this posts, we're going to put the link to our YouTube channel. Make sure you share it. I'm going to email it to everybody. And let's go out and win. Listen, guys, set a goal. What are you going to do between now and December 31st to finish out 2023 with the greatest bang you've ever had? There's big things that are going to happen. Man, I had months this year where I'm like, nothing's going to happen this month. And it's been the biggest months I've ever had. God's got a major plan for you. We pray blessings on each and every one of you. And we'll see you next Monday. I'm getting a phone call, so I got to go. All right. See you.